Hello, Mega Dudes. This is Mega Matt back again with some more Mega News. I'm really sorry I haven't been active nearly as lately, especially from last. I'm sorry. I haven't been nearly as active from last weekend, mainly because I was I was really busy with all my schoolwork. But thankfully, am now officially on vacation, and now I can at least try to upload at least 2 or 3 episodes of Mega News. If I can upload at least 4, then that's a new record. And practically after the end of this episode, I'll explain the storyline for the new Hobbit film, The Desolation of Smaug, aka The Hobbit Part 2. But other than that, let's get the video game news out of the way. So when the Ouya Kickstarter was revealed, the Android console immediately gained traction thanks to its open source nature and reasonable $99 price tag. Now that the system is out, graphics firm FutureMark ran a benchmark test on the new device and discovered its innards are a generation old. Yes, as you look at this video, you'll see how it looks. So, the tests earned the Ouya spot 73 of 257 on the company's list of most powerful Android devices. It outperformed the Nexus 7 tablet, but it couldn't keep up with newer phones, the Nexus 4 or the Samsung Galaxy X4. Worth nothing is the price difference. Those phones cost upwards of $300 compared to the Ouya's humble $99 asking price. So as you see right here, this is the FutureMark's video of the Ouya benchmark test in progress. Now, I don't really think it looks that bad, but it could look a little bit worse, or better. I don't know, maybe for the better? I don't know, possibly. So what this means for gamers is that the Ouya isn't as powerful as the new phones or tablets, but it can still have the capability to run the variety of software available for the Android device. The question worth asking is how long the Ouya stay relevant compared to other gaming consoles. The Kickstarter backers have already begun receiving their consoles. The Ouya is scheduled to launch for $99 on June 4th, appearing as physical retail stores like Best Buy, and GameStop. Yeah, Best Buy. What the hell? What kind of store is that? I don't know. As well as online retailers like Amazon. A couple weeks ago, they asked readers whether they were interested in the Ouya. Responses were mixed, but does knowing the system's innards are a generation old change anything? I don't really think it's that old. It doesn't really. I mean, yeah, it does look pretty outdated. But other than that, however, I wonder what you guys will think about Ouya's tech. Is it really old, or does it not really matter that much? Okay, here's a story about the guys who developed Skyrim. Bethesda is officially moving from the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The studio said in a blog post that while the game has been near and dear to the team since design began in 2006, it's now time to work on the next big game to begin in earnest. For the last year and a half, we've been working on the new content for Skyrim, from the game updates, creation kit, Steam, workshop, Connect support, to DLCs. Parts of our team have also been in pre-production on our next major project, and that the game is at the point where it requires the studio's full attention to make it our biggest and best work yet. Read the post on the Bethesda blog. God, I can't read that. Oh my fucking god. So that announcement means that the game's 1.9 patch, which was released on PC in March and last week on consoles, was probably the last substantial content add-on players will be seeing. Even though we're moving on, we'll still have minor updates to Skyrim as needed, Bethesda added. In other words, don't get your hopes up. It's bittersweet to see that post-launch support is essentially done, particularly since so many great ideas had yet to be implemented. Bethesda's bound to dip into the Elder Scrolls well again. So there's always next time. We've reached out to Bethesda for clarification regarding the future Skyrim DLC. Based on the content of the statement, though, we have reason to believe that there will be no more. Well, looks like they're going Bungie. Bethesda is now officially doing something really different. And so, Ubisoft Montreal CEO on Always Online. I would suspect the audience is ready. Oh my god, here we go. The Always Online controversy seems to be rolling forward with the new comments from a major publisher. In an interview with The Guardian, Ubisoft Montreal CEO Yantis Mallet answered a number of questions about preparing for the next generation of consoles. In responding to questions about hardware that requires a constant connection to the internet, Mallet had some surprising things to say. The furor, however, former Microsoft creative director Adam Ort's statements in response to rumors that the next Xbox would be an always-online device that barely died down. Now, Ubisoft is lending credence to the speculation. When asked if we are prepared for this requirement, Mallet asked, "Well, that's a question you should put to Microsoft and Sony. I would say that a lot of people are already always online through other devices. I would suspect that the audience is ready." Oh god. So, this follows a question in which the interviewers specify brings up the botched launch of EA's online-only SimCity and consumer concerns about a similar necessity for hardware. Mallet replies, "The answer lies in the question. As soon as players don't have to worry, they can only take into account the benefits that those services bring. Just this weekend, Xbox Live suffered a number of problems that resulted from routine maintenance. Players were unable to sign into their accounts or communicate with their friends. Offline play wasn't affected, but should the next Xbox have an active connection, even solo gaming might not be possible in a near similar situation." Whether Mallet's statements are his own or the official stance of the publishers isn't clear, we've reached out to Ubisoft for clarification. I know, I really am gonna hate the new Xbox if it ever has the always online mode. Alright, next up, the rumor about the video game footage of Battlefield 4 Commander mode. Apparently, Battlefield 4 will contain 3 playable factions and the return of Commander mode, if the video evidence is to be believed. A YouTube user visited their local GameStop and caught footage of some rough-looking signage that makes those claims. Lugger700 posted the footage of the signs, which includes Stuff We Knew, the Frostbite 3 destruction, and vehicles, and a few other details, including 3 factions, Russia, China, and the US, and the return of Battlefield 2's Commander mode. In that mode, one player managed the battle from above, dropping supplies, ordering troop placement, and controlling artillery strikes. According to the video, one of the clerks secured the info direct from EA. Oh my god. It would also be cool to see the mode return, but keep your expectations low for the time being. The purported signage is about as low rent as it gets, with noticeably poor print quality and cropped and missing logos. If EA or GameStop are going to be disturbing these to a few thousand locations, odds are they'll be enlisting the help of the professional printer and now publishing the employees desk jet to the limits. So here I'm going to show you some of the video of what this guy had done over at GameStop in claiming that there is a commander mode for Battlefield 4. And I will be right back. Okay, so that's all I have been able to explain. And here it is, the last of them all, the best I've been saving for last. The Hobbit Part 2, aka the Desolation of Smog. I'll just only explain the storyline, because I'm not really that sure about the cast, or anything else. The storyline for The Hobbit Part 2 is after successfully crossing over and under the Misty Mountains, Thorin and company must seek aid from a powerful stranger before taking on the dangers of Mirkwood Forest without their wizard. If they reach the human settlement of Lake Town, it will be time for the Hobbit Bilbo Baggins to fulfill his contract with the dwarves. The party must complete the journey to the Lonely Mountain, and Burglar Baggins must seek out the secret door that will give them access to the horror of the dragon Smog. And where has Gandalf gone off to? And what is his secret business on the south? Okay, so everybody knows The Hobbit's gonna be a trilogy. Yes, I won't have to explain that because it's already been rumored. Just watch Jeremy Chan's video of The Hobbit will be a trilogy. He tells you everything about the trilogy, and he'll explain what the sequels will be like. So outside of that, that's all the Mega News I have for now. So here's my plan for this season of Mega News. What I'm going to do is at least try to upload up to 75 episodes per playlist. And once I reach 75 episodes, I'll actually start a new season of Mega News. But I will see you all later until I don't know how many episodes I have remaining. But other than that, see you all later in the next episode of Mega News. Love what you saw? Click the subscribe button for some more Mega News and other stuff.